Hi, I'm Nilesh Atre, an MD from Mumbai, India, and an MBA from Europe with around 15 years of experience in the global pharmaceutical industry.
The blockbuster model was at the heart of the success story of the big pharma and is also at the heart of the big pharma crisis today. Investors and shareholders invest huge amounts of money in the big pharma machinery. The big pharma R&D models take around 10 to 15 years and around 2 to 10 billion dollars to churn out one successful blockbuster, which earns huge revenues from the disease and health market and a very high return of investment for the investors and shareholders. This blockbuster model, its success has been eroded over the years by several factors. The most important and the first of these factors is that the disease targets have become more difficult. The medical understanding of the causative factors, mechanisms, and manifestations of diseases like non-small cell lung cancer, metastatic melanoma is far more complex as compared to diseases like infections and infestations, and this makes the discovery of new molecules of blockbusters far more difficult as compared to the past. The second most important factor is the patent cliff. There are several drugs that are going off patent. For example, I have just made a small list in my understanding of the drugs going off patent in 2013 and 14. Each of these drugs will cause a revenue loss of around $1 to $2 billion to the pharmaceutical company. Similar number of drugs will be going off patent in my understanding in 2015 and 2016. And what this means is that in the last 5 years, sales of big pharma have decreased by around 20% and a revenue loss of around $100 billion. In 2013 itself, around 120 big to medium pharma will lose around 30 billion US dollars, and in the next 5 years, approximately around $300 billion, and some of them will even suffer a revenue loss of around 50 to 70%. All of this loss results in gain for the generic pharma industry. This changes the competition dynamics for the big pharma severely. In my understanding, the generic pharma industry will grow from a size of $300 billion to a size of $600 billion in the next 5 years, so doubling itself in size. All of these factors erode the success of the blockbuster model. In addition, there is a very low success rate and a very high failure rate of new molecules that are introduced in the research pipeline to the point they reached the market. On an average, around 70 to 90% of these new molecules introduced in the research pipeline fail to reach the market. And the most significant of these are the failures in the phase 3 of the research pipeline, because by this time the pharmaceutical company has invested around $1 to $2 billion behind each molecule. And even here in the phase 3, the failure rate is around 30 to 50%. This is compounded by the price wars that the big pharma has to face today. There is differential pricing strategy that the big pharma has to introduce today in the emerging markets vis-a-vis the developed markets because of the increasing generic competition. Physician panels, patient advocacy groups, and governments across the world have introduced strict regulations on the prices of the big pharmas. And some of these initiatives are the Medicare Part D initiative in the US and the NICE initiatives in the UK. These price wars and the patent cliffs severely decrease the return on investment that the big pharma fetches the investors and the shareholders today. So of course, the investors are concerned. Most of the rating agencies across the world today give a stable or a negative rating to most of the big pharma industries. Because of increasing litigations and because of decreased focus on corporate social responsibility issues, the reputation and confidence levels of the big pharma across the world are affected. All of these factors collectively erode the success and have eroded the success of the blockbuster model and have resulted in the big pharma crisis. It is important for the entire big pharma industry today collectively to shift to attitude of innovation, to be able to look beyond the big pharma crisis. The real innovation in reference to the global pharma industry today lies beyond the entire scenario of the big pharma crisis.